This man right here just won a national championship, tricking his opponents. And no, I am not talking about freaking sign stealing. And we're going to get into it. But first, high fives and butt slaps for coming back to this channel. My name is Coach McKie. I talk about all things football. And I want to dive into Michigan, what they did this year that catapulted them into the national championship, actually winning them a national championship, and how they went 15-0. And the first way that they did this was they played old school football. And what do I mean by that? Well, the first thing is they actually didn't do what most offensive does in football, run the hurry up, no huddle spread offense. They actually huddled. And if you don't think that this messed up their teams, here's Nick Saban right here talking about how this screwed Alabama's defense.
You really think I'm stupid, don't you?
Stupid enough.
And Coach Nick Saban's not wrong because, and he's usually not, because Michigan was 15th in the nation when it came to time of possession. And that affected the games because now teams have to, once they actually get the ball and they just got scored on because Michigan was unbelievable with scoring, they have to hurry up and try to score to even it, and that changes the pacing of the game. And that is something I see coming back into the high school game is the actual huddle, because now it is an advantage to go to be different because most teams, most defenses are used to the spread hurry up offense. Please don't crucify me when I say this. And teams are going to now to get an advantage to huddle. Now, that's not to say that if you run the air raid or the run and shoot or some other form of pass-heavy offense, you can't huddle and then throw it. That is something I think that's going to make a comeback because teams don't know about the formation, the motion. They can't make checks right away. And the sugar huddle is something that is going to be coming back and has been coming back. Another form of old school ball that Michigan did that tricked their opponents was they actually ran the ball a lot. I know this is different coming from me, but they ran the ball almost 60% of their plays this entire year. And here's some of my favorite run plays that they actually did. Michigan comes out with a tackle as a tight end, and then a wide receiver out here. And then what's going to happen is they're going to run this jet sweep. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know why more teams aren't running the jet sweep, especially under center, because it is such a nasty play when it comes to this. Watch how fast it hits, and especially with this formation, everybody's in man-to-man. They've got one high safety, and it's just a nasty play design right here, and you're getting your guy, who's one of the fastest guys on the field, the ball in space. It is a beautiful play. Here it is from under center, and what the line's going to do is they're just going to zone block to the right here to make it look like they're going to run the ball to the right. They have a very good running back right here, so the ball, everybody, the keys, thinks that it's going to the right. Watch how the defense just gets sucked in big time. And then there's no one to actually go with the wide receiver. It is a phenomenal play design by the Michigan Wolverines, and that's one of the reasons why they went old school. The next form of old school run that they run is actually the duo. And I'm sorry, Ohio State fans, it sucks for you to be in this position, but this is one of my favorite runs that they did in this game. Michigan comes out with a tight end to the left, a sniffer to the right, two wide receivers right here, and then they're just going to give this man the ball and let him do what he does. Michigan runs a little bit of motion just to get the defense to move a little bit. As you can tell, this safety right here moved a little bit. These guys moved, and now these linebackers are going, what in the world's going on with this yo-yo motion? And it gets them just a step out of place so that the running back has some wiggle room once the ball is snapped. Hand the ball off. And the reason why I say that this is duo is because in duo, you're going to read the linebacker. His eyes are on this linebacker. This linebacker is coming into the line of scrimmage. So now he knows if the linebacker comes here, he has got to go opposite into this hole right here, which is exactly what he does for a huge touchdown in this game and an actual turning point in it. And one of the reasons why they won. From the end zone, you're going to see that Michigan is going to attack this bubble. So how they do that is they're just going to base, they are going to combo, and then he is going to get this man. And this is what I love about duo, is when you come downhill like this, you are forcing these guys to step up to the line of scrimmage, and they get caught up in the trash right here. And then I want you to watch his eyes. Where do they go? So you got the yo-yo motion. You noticed how the linebackers shifted just a little bit to get them out of position, and then they shift back. And then look where his eyes are. He is looking straight ahead, so he can see this linebacker and this linebacker, and they have to step up. And Michigan does a great job of getting hat on a hat right here, and the running back does a phenomenal job of jump cutting to the hole for the touchdown. Look at that. Beautiful play design, beautiful read and reaction by the running back, and this is just an example of smash ball. Hey, and if you like this video, could you go ahead and spike that like button down below? You see how I used a football term? It just helps the YouTube algorithm get this video out there so it can be seen, and I really appreciate it. Now, the second way Harbaugh and the Michigan Wolverines tricked their opponents this year was actually in gutsy play calls. They ran a lot of trick plays, and they actually did really well going for it on fourth down and actually converting. Now, these right here are some of my favorite trick plays that Coach Harbaugh actually called, and I'm going to be honest, I have never in my football career called a trick play because I don't have the balls, the testicular fortitude that Coach Harbaugh does, especially in this one when he ran a trick play against Alabama. Michigan comes out in a bunch formation to the boundary with a kind of nasty split right here. I know the wing T coaches are going to go freaking insane with this play, but it causes confusion on Alabama's defensive side because watch, he is trying to dictate to the defense, hey, yo, you are lined up wrong. Let's get this fixed quickly. Another thing I love about this play design is he is going to be blocking. He is pulling and blocking. He's going to chip, and then he is going to run essentially a Y cross route all the way to the other side of the field. So he's coming from the number one position, and then he is going to make it look like they're running a pin sweep to the outside and then run the Y cross. It's a beautiful play design right here. So they toss the ball, and Alabama kind of knows what's up. And right here, it looks like they have it played. He is going to turn and run with that wide receiver, and this man right here should be picking him up. Now, this is a coaching point. Once the ball goes here and then he throws it back, why in God's name is this man going to run all the way up to think he's going to sack the quarterback? This is something that as a coach, you've got to tell your players, hey, look, you are about 5, 10, 15, 20 yards away. You're not going to make that sack. You have got to play your responsibilities. And this is the beautiful thing about trick plays because it tricks the defense, for lack of a better word, and makes them play undisciplined because they throw it back. And then look, that is a Hail Mary type throw, but it's a gutsy play call in the Rose Bowl against Alabama. Again, here's the end zone view, and I want you to notice how they really sell how it is going to be a sweep play, and he's going to chip and then go. But keep your eyes on the linebackers and the defense. They all flow with the sweep, and this is a beautiful play. So if you have something like this in your playbook, dial it up next year because it is a nasty play. The toss, look at everybody's eyes. Look at everybody's eyes on this play. His eyes are at the running back inside. He's looking at the running back. So you've got defensive flow going this way. Now, this defender, 15, sees and sniffs something out, but it doesn't matter because if you have a 10 out of the 11 playing the wrong assignment, it's going to be a big play. They throw it back, and then look at this. What is this guy doing right here? There is no reason why he should be coming up. He is 5, 10, 15 yards away, and here is this space right here because this safety is running with this wide receiver. Then you just throw it up to space and hopefully it works, which it does. Another trick play they ran earlier in the year was against Purdue. We're going to see the film, and it's a play that is near and dear to my heart because it's the lonesome polecat. And if you know anything about the history of the run and shoot, that is where the run and shoot actually originated from, was this offense. So let's get to it. So Michigan actually lines up in a normal formation for them, got 3-by-1, got a tight end somewhere in here, right here. But then watch what they do. They shift to the lonesome polecat right here, and that is an unbelievable thing because now the defense doesn't know what to do. They are so confused, and then you just throw it to the big man right here, which is a gutsy play call and an actual FU because this is a 2-point conversion right here. Now, again, Ohio State fans, I'm really sorry about this, but this is a play that you can actually run in your offense. It doesn't have to be one of those fancy trick plays, double flicker, reverse, handoff type deal. You can actually put another player in your huddle, break the huddle, don't give the defense enough time to react to who is at quarterback, and run a quarterback design play with this new player. And this is what happened against Ohio State. So Michigan comes out in the huddle, and now they have a new quarterback right here, along with a new, different overloaded formation with the tight end and then 3 wide receivers. And then you use motion right here. Now, what I want you to take a look at is how the defense reacts to this. They look confused, discombobulated, don't know what in the world to do, and that is what you want to do when you are running a trick play. So look how the defense is confused and talking, and if they're talking, they're confused. Now you're going to motion and then motion again, and then just run a quarterback counter with one of your fastest players in the game, and it is a thing of beauty. We got the end zone view, and watch the defense and how confused they are with this new formation and new quarterback in after breaking the huddle, because Coach Harbaugh is just messing with them at this point. They don't know what to do. Everyone is just running around. Then you add in motion, not once, but quickly twice. And then watch the blocking. I love GT counter because you've got base. Everyone is going to block back, and these two big guys are going to pull around right here. And the thing that really sells it, that's an awful line, is the running back is going to act like he is lead blocking. So now the defense, he's tracking them. His eyes are right here. His eyes are looking at the motion man, and I don't even know what this guy is looking at, just the gap right there. But look how it confuses the defense and opens a lane for your very fast running, our wide receiver right here, to get him the ball in space. Notice, you cut it right here. The entire defense is over here. Then you've got a hat for a hat, and you let your playmaker, who now has no one to get him, do what he does best in space. Such a nasty play design and a great trick play if you're anything like me and you don't have the balls to actually run a legit trick play. And another way that Coach Harbaugh pulled the wool over everybody's eyes and tricked them to a national championship was by running simple and effective passing concepts. Their quarterback had completed over 72% of his passes this entire year, and it was a combination of play action passes and simple reads for the quarterback that allowed him to be confident in the pocket and get the ball downfield and take advantage of that potent run game. Now, I'm a huge proponent of running crossing routes, especially mess, and especially in the red zone, and this is why. Michigan's going to come out, and they're going to essentially run everybody on crossing routes right here like this. This wide receiver is going to come across, and this is a new play design that you've probably seen in NFL games and in college games, where the running back usually starts on the other side, and then he will run a crossing route as well. Why does this work? You're building a huge wall, essentially, right here, and then the running back's going to use that as a legal pick to get into the end zone. Another thing is, watch how confused Alabama's secondary is on the crossing routes. They look like they are supposed to pass it off, but no one does. So when you play it, watch. Man, he is supposed to be here, but he is going to yell at his people to, hey, someone pick that up. And then the running back is slowly leaking out of the backfield. And who's supposed to pick him up? Well, he's calling for someone to pick him up over here, but this corner is right here, so there's no one there. So the quarterback could actually have thrown it to this running back or this wide receiver right here, because they would have been so wide open. And this is an easy play for your quarterback to throw the ball to. Look how wide open they are. Now, anybody can run this and actually throw this play. Here it is from the end zone, and I want you to notice how confused the defense is. You've just got a mass of people right here in the middle of the field. And then I don't know what this safety is looking. Either he's looking at the running back or he's looking at the tight end right here. But everybody is coming across the field, which creates this wall. And the running back just uses it as a pick, which is such an easy throw for the quarterback. Any quarterback, middle school, high school, or in this case, college, can throw this ball because it is such a simple throw. Now, Michigan is going to run something similar because they've already gotten Alabama with this type of play concept. So they're going to use that to their advantage. As you can tell, there's one high safety in the middle of the field, usually indicates with Alabama either 3 or 1 for most teams, and they're in cover 1. So what Michigan dials up is a vert right there, a speed out, a dig, and then they're going to have him slowly come off the line, run a shallow cross, and then a mesh right here. And what I like about this, you could be looking at it being like, what the hell are all these lines? Is that you are running away from the man that is guarding you. So it's a simple throw if your guy can beat their guy. The play starts. straight up man. So he's running him off. He's running him off. You've got one high in the middle of the field. Watch this linebacker. He sees the running back coming out, so he is going to take him. And then since this man is covered up, you're going to have all this space right here because he has a step on his defender that you just throw it to him nice and easy, which is what they do. And then again, in the air raid principles, you got the ball to the fast guy on your team and you just let him do what he does best. Now, one of the greatest things about having a decent run game is when you get down into the red zone, you're going to guarantee to see man-to-man, and any type of ball fake, no matter how good it is going to suck up the defense. And that's what you see here. So Michigan starts in a 2-by-2. Then they motion this man over. There is some miscommunication on the defensive side of the ball with Indiana because they don't know what to do because this man is going to be yelling. But watch how when they just give a simple run fake, how this pulls up the linebackers, and then you're just going to have a simple crossing pattern in the back of the end zone from these guys, and he could pick whoever he wanted to throw the ball, and it would have been wide open, and they would have caught the touchdown. So you have the motion going across. There's confusion. Defense doesn't know what to do. He has to come over. They're talking right here. They don't know what is going on. And then watch the play fake. It is not a very good play fake, but it sucks the entire defense up. Boom. Quick play fake, flat-footed. He's looking for somebody. He's acting like he is going to block, and then he's going to go to the back of the end zone, and he is just going to release right here, and they are so wide open because the play fake is so bad, but because the runs that Michigan has been doing has been dominating, and it gives you this wide open, easy throw for your quarterback, which is one of the reasons why they completed over 70% of their passes throughout the entire year. And now if you like this video, then go ahead and watch this one right here.